We're live.
We're live.
Holy
Hello,
bananas.
everyone.
I'm
We are
Memorex.
live. We are on the interwebs.
Internet.
So lovely to have you all here. Welcome to DM Roulette, where things get kind of crazy and wild. If you don't know what DM Roulette is and you're here for the first time, boy, gee, am I jealous of you because, to come at this with fresh eyes. DM Roulette is a wild and crazy kind of game mode that we've developed here at Blackwater D&D over the course of a couple of sessions where everyone is the DM and everyone is the player at some point. So what happens is one person will start as the DM, myself today, and as the game progresses, every 15 minutes, or if a natural one is rolled, it rotates. So I will then become the bard, and I think Tim will be the DM, and everyone will switch characters kind of one down the line. So everyone has to play everyone else's character. Everyone has to at one point be the DM. It gets pretty wild, and the goal is just to tell a cohesive story
And have fun while doing it. Right?
And have fun while doing it. But we're just trying to get to an end goal, and we'll see how that goes. There are other ways to affect this game that you folks at home can get involved in. It did just pop up in the chat, but I'm going to go over it again in case some of you hate reading. If you drop 100 bits and say a specific person, that person will add a D20 to a dice pool. That dice pool will then be used the next time they roll a D20. So
Adam, I'm going to interrupt you very quickly.
For
Thank you so
fumbles.
much. Thank you so much for coming in, Raiders. Hello, welcome
Thank you,
to DM
Raiders.
Roulette.
Welcome. So the dice pool is something that can be added infinite amounts of dice, and the next time the person rolls a D20, they will roll all of the dice from their dice pool. So we can have upwards of 10 D20s being rolled together, and the best, it's just mega super crazy advantage. You can donate 1,000 bits to rotate the next GM. You get to choose full rotation, and the next person down the line becomes GM, and it can make things wild and crazy in the moment. Next up is the 3,000 bits, which is pretty stupendous. You drop 3,000 bits in the chat, someone gets a Wand of Wonder in their hand, and it goes off 3 whole times. The player who you nominate gets to choose the target of that Wand of Wonder, but they do not get to choose what happens, because the Wand of Wonder does. You're at the whims of the Wand of Wonder. And lastly, 10,000 bits. Wild stuff. If 10,000 bits gets donated, whoever donated those bits gets to nominate a player, and that player gets a deck of many things fall into their hands, and a random card is pulled. One card pulled from the deck of many things. Anything can happen that is available in the deck of many things. But it gets pretty crazy. I think I've covered everything, but Em, you are smarter than me. Did I forget anything?
No, except for the 2 amazing people sitting with us tonight.
That was what my next step was.
Bananas. As you all know who are regulars here at DM Roulette, we like to try and bring in some of the awesomest DMs that we know out there in the world. So we are so excited to have these 2 fantastic folks join us today. They're going to introduce themselves, and then after that, I'm going to jump into some quick announcements. So Lauren, why don't you take it away? Tell everyone here at Blackwater who you are.
Who am I? I'm Lauren Urban. I'm the content coordinator for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. What does that mean? That means I do streams and voiceover and write blogs and produce stuff and fill in lots of gaps and mostly help to make content happen. When I'm not doing that, I am a player and a DM all over the internet. You can find me as Orkira, the Dragonborn Cleric on D4. You can find me on Beyond Heroes on the Demiplane channel. I was playing Orkira, but now we've gone on to do a Strixhaven campaign where I'm playing an Outland Ranger.
It's so good, y'all. It's so good. I love your Strixhaven campaign so much. It's so awesome.
Oh, thank you. I'm having fun playing Mal. Mal is lots of fun. He likes to steal things, and he's super fun. I'm also the DM for a long-running podcast that's been going on for many, many, many years called Dungeon Drunks, which you can find wherever fine podcasts are sold. And, I do other things. So, but that's the main thing. And then occasionally I play oboe when things are better.
Yes, when the world is a better place.
Mm.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Lauren. We are so stoked to have you. And Dave, oh my gosh, tell everyone who you are. Yeah, you.
Well, let me just start off by saying hello, you beautiful internet, you, and welcome to Blackwater tonight. Tonight, we are going to have the time of your life, my life, Lauren's life, everybody's life here. It's going to be off the wall. Thank you to everybody who's joined us so far. If you don't know who I am DM Dave. I am the ever-loving universe over at Careful Cantrip. We run a whole bunch of fun stuff, all D&D related, whether it's live games, whether it's art stuff, whether it's world building. But tomorrow, yes, I say tomorrow, is going to be our second largest event that we've had so far. We are putting on the game show that the internet loves. Yes, Fungeon Feud, the family feud of D&D, with a whole bunch of awesome content creators that are going to be joining us tomorrow. Hopefully you can make it out. But that's all me. That's what I do.
Fantastic. Amazing.
Well, this is great. I'm gonna do some very quick announcements here. A very big thank you to our
I'm gonna eat a
sponsors.
whole pie.
No, please don't
Suddenly
eat a whole
want
pie.
Fungeons.
Yeah, big bag of Fungeon.
A big thank you to our sponsors, Legendcraft, and makers of fine woodworking products for your RPG experience, as well as Modern Arcana, makers of shirts, mugs, and posters featuring D&D spells. Check them out, and if you like anything, enter the code Blackwater at checkout for a discount. Love, as always, to our dice goddess, Keisha. Check her out at fairydragon_dice, and our campaign artist is the amazing Tiana Kovacevic. You can find her at miss._Marston on Instagram. Tiana's commissions are open for like the shortest time ever because she's so busy and such an amazing artist. So like, if you want some art, go do that. Go get some from her. If you would like to have some of our art on your body or your stuff in some way, we have a merch store. Type !merch to find a link to our Redbubble store. You can find 5 designs on stuff like shirts, hoodies, shower curtains, aprons, journals, dad hats, and more.
Working on tattoos, folks.
We're working.
I
on
was just
tattoos.
about to ask. Is
I know,
there
every time.
tattoos
Working
involved
on
somewhere
jorts.
here? Or?
I'll give you a tattoo. I don't know how to do
Really?
that.
I am
but I'll
not
do it.
professionally trained, nor most doctors
make
agree
you
that
sign a
I shouldn't
waiver.
do it,
Shouldn't
but I
do it.
will.
This is what
Um,
Sharpies are for.
Absolutely. Our Discord is a wonderful, amazing place. If you want to come hang out with folks from the Blackwater D&D community and get involved in a whole bunch of fun stuff that we do over there, type !Discord in the chat. If this is the party, that's the after party. But hanging out with us here while we're streaming, because this is where all the cool kids are. And a big thank you to all of you who subscribe to us. Don't forget to re-up those subscriptions. They do not roll over every month. You can also sub with your Amazon Prime. So great. You get 1 free Twitch sub every month. If you would like to support our show above and beyond description, there are ways to do that. And thank you to everyone who does. We are also just so thankful to have you here week after week, coming and hanging out with us and showing for all this sweet content that we put on the internet for you. If you are behind on our main campaign or any of the other almost over 750 hours of content that we have done in the last almost 2 years, type !YouTube in the chat, and you can head on over to our YouTube and subscribe to us there too, which is so great. There's so much stuff over there. We have finally released all of the stuff from our super stream drive that we did in December. Almost all of the one shots are up in there. We're just editing the last couple.
That's
but yeah,
me. I'm the reason why that has been delayed.
no, it's okay. I didn't say that you
I did though. You would never call me out. I will
Never.
always call me out.
I know. So please head on over to our YouTube, give us a follow there as a way to stay up to date with all of our latest content. Other programming for this week, we are back on Saturday with our main campaign, episode 81, where we have to get Callie out of hell. Damn.
Right out of hell.
We're gonna get a sweet Asimar out of hell. So if you want to come see us rescue our dear friend, please come hang out with us Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are also announcing 2 new partnerships that we have made this week on Saturday, and I am
Super excited.
Working excited to tell you about them because it means more content for you and more fun things for us. So this is so great. So please come hang out with us on Saturday. And other than that, lastly, whether you are new with us tonight or you have been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. We love you immensely. And thank you for hanging out at our table with us. We hope you feel very welcome here.
I want to give a shout out to Teeny, or the New Experience Network, our good mod, who
Our
was
good
doing
mod.
all of the prompts while stepping onto a plane. So, thanks, Teeny.
Teeny.
You're a fucking legend.
Teeny
Fly
is our
safe.
mod. Yes,
Fly
fly
safe.
safe, Teeny. We love you. Teeny is our
Holy
mod
shit.
extraordinaire. We love Teeny.
He's
very
also the
much.
pilot of the plane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would trust,
Yeah.
honestly, I would trust Teeny to fly the plane. I love Teeny.
He'll be on
Harry.
Twitch the whole time. I wouldn't. Like,
Absolutely.
he'll be modding
Um,
us.
But other than that, I am all done. So let's play DM Roulette.
I have
shall we?
one piece of order.
Do you?
That's not a sentence, but I have one thing to address. Is folks at home, if you hear this sound, that means that the DM is switching, and so that is for the DMs to get rudely interrupted by, and for you all to the plane was for the tattoo bit.
Got it.
They are not getting on a plane. I'm wrong. I like to imagine that teams
Still a
always
legend.
getting on a plane.
Still a legend,
Still a
and I would
legend.
still trust Teeny to fly the plane.
Absolutely. Oh, GF Powers has just dropped 100 bits. GF Powers, you can nominate one of the people here, one of these faces, to get a D20 added to their dice pool for the next time they roll a D20. They'll do all of them and stuff.
I'm just sad because it means that we can't make I'm leaving on a jet plane and I don't know when I'll be rolling back again joke, which now I've just said because I had to get it out. So there you go.
Strong.
Couldn't live
That's
in you anymore.
strong.
It was there, and I was waiting.
Yeah. Oh, I realized. Beep.
This is why you invited me on the show, right? Was
No,
just
that's
like
the,
that.
that's
100%
the
it was.
content
Yeah.
that we crave. Fantastic. No, that's terrible. We're just going to switch back to that.
Fantastic or terrible.
No,
Both of those things.
This was terrible.
All of the above.
You're fantastic.
Oh.
Amazing. So, welcome to DM Roulette. At the foot of the Barasham Mountains, cradled by the Arthel River, is the city kingdom of Fungoth, where you four are known as the questing heroes, and you find yourselves gathered before the petty king Kelethor, who sits upon his throne, old and decrepit and a little bit senile. And he looks at you four and he goes, "What? Yes, I have summoned you here this day for a very important task. You, my questing heroes."
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he die?
Yeah,
We can go check. Oh, okay.
Little
No, he's still
micro
good.
sleep.
Okay.
Little micro sleep. Sorry, you are, and he points at you. And if you could introduce yourself, you are the which class? Start with which class you are playing, and then give a nice description.
Oh, well, I would know all about those little sleeps. Often those are called death, and you have to be careful about those.
I am playing Kyndig Bluebranch, who is at this very moment a cleric, a Tortle Cleric. So she is a turtle person of about 5.5 feet and about 400 pounds because shells are heavy. She doesn't look like she's carrying anything, but every once in a while, one of her very long green arms retracts into her shell and she just pulls something out. So you're not exactly sure how much of her shell is body and how much of her shell is storage space. She is... It's hard to tell with turtles how old she really is, but she on a regular basis talks about a number of children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, but you never meet any of them. So you're not exactly sure whether she's just been talking a big game or what, but she does seem to have a lot of life experience and she keeps you alive. So you put up with her. Anyway, as the king micro sleeps, she has that moment of,
no, he's okay. All right. No, it's fine. It's fine. You're going to be fine. Do you want a pillow?
Yeah, pillow would be lovely.
I reach into my shell and I pull out a tiny little pillow with a little crocheted bit on it that says blueberries and bran muffins and hands it over to you.
Yes. He takes it and he puts it under his bum and kind of squishes into it and gets nice and comfortable. Because thrones are hard, y'all. Thrones are hard, especially when you're an old dude. He looks at let's go Bard. He looks at the Bard. And upon whom does he witness?
Oh, well, hi there, sir. And you see this very I can only describe her as a pretty cow. So she's a Firbolg. She's quite tall, and she has kind of like rosy cheeks. Her fur is this kind of like tawny brown color with white, a little bit of white mottling through it. And she's wearing kind of like she's wearing got these like blue pants that seem a bit thicker. They're quite high up on her waist. She has quite a thick belt on. Her shirt is both red and white in a pattern you've never quite seen before. It's a bunch of blocks of color, one after another, with some stripes in it. She also has a scarf tied up around her floppy ears with a little poof of white hair on the top, and she's wearing these boots that would cover her hooves, and they seem very, very important to her. And they are high-heeled, and she curtsies a little bit, and she goes, "It's very, very nice to see you. King Kelithor, I am Darling Golightly, but you knew that already." And she winks at him.
Yes. Darling.
Also, I just want to shout out this before. Thank you, GF Powers, for the advantage. Dave, you get advantage on your next roll.
Dave, you get
Thank you,
advantage.
sir.
Add a D20 to your dice pool.
Will do.
Speaking of Dave, Dave, who upon do we see?
Well, I step forward, wondering about the king. How do you not know my name, Kilrath? For I am the great and powerful Left Arrow, Garcia Ansano Desvillisana Wandbender III, or Lefty for short. Yes, I come from the lands to the far east, where my name brings fear and tremble to the mere mention of my name. And yes, you have assumed correctly, King. I am lover to most, fighter of the rest, and my arrow will ring true on the winds of passion towards your heart.
You see a very small, about 2.5 foot, dragon-esque kobold, pure white skin. Atop his head, he has a wide-brimmed cavalier hat, an orange and yellow feather that peeks out from the top of it, a leather vest that adorns his chest with very puffy pantaloon-type pants made from red and yellow silks. And of course, all of that would be nothing in compared to the large boots that rise up to about his knee height. A beautiful brown leather as well, and a longbow strapped to his back, perfectly carved of the most beautiful mahogany that you've ever seen.
Darling is absolutely staring at your boots. There might be a little hint of jealousy, but also a lot of admiration.
Amazing. Finally, the king again takes a little nap and then and looks towards the rogue of the party. And whom does he see?
You see standing before you, hair like in a total bowl cut, covering the eyes, just in like green leathers that are affixed entirely with like safety pins all throughout, and like a big green cloak, dark green. Everything is dark green, and like underneath, you can see kind of like as he like pulls his hair back, you can see like kind of eyeliner all over his eyes. Oh, yeah, what do you want, King? Like, you called us here, but what do you want? Just get on with it. You see Shreev Threevus.
Shreev.
Sorry,
Threevus.
Threevus?
Shreev Threevus.
Shreev Threevus. And he goes, yes. Shreev. Who I assume, I feel like, just given the attitude, and I'm making this choice because I'm the DM, I do what I want.
Definitely.
That Shreev What race is Shreev?
Shreev is a gnome. Is a forest gnome.
I feel like Shreev is like a distant nephew of this
Oh,
king.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely, you're my uncle.
a spoiled little shit. Amazing. So the king looks at you and goes, Shreev, well, I'll talk to your father about this, but anyway.
I don't care what my dad thinks. And he just puts his hair back down.
Well, the great kingdom of Fangoth is under attack. The good folks of the fields, the simple peasants, they've been crying out for their good king to save them, and that's why I'm going to send you. There's a beast in the lands. Travel south to the fields of Muthlaw to find and identify this beast. There are 3 steps to this magnificent quest. Step 1, find and identify the beast. Step 2, slay it. And step 3, return with its head or head adjacent appendage, so that I may mount it upon my walls. And he gestures to a wall that is devoid of any real trophies.
Oh, does that mean you want us to also get it like fumigated? And should we bring it to a taxidermist first? Because you don't want to just put anything up on your walls. That's how you get ants.
I do love taxidermy.
Of course you do, Shreev. Yes, that would be fantastic. Yes, we do have the royal taxidermist, and you do see a guy standing in the corner, super gaunt, and he looks at you all and he's like, yo, that's me. And he's holding like a recently dead rabbit that he is actively taxiderming just in the throne room.
Also,
Shreev.
thank you, Tim Scott. Advantage to Tim on your next roll, and also thank you, Teeny. Advantage to all of us on our next roll. And one day
That includes me.
Yes, it does.
Shreev, is that a relative of yours? The two of you have a very similar vibe.
Yeah, actually, that's like my favorite cousin. His name is Dweef, and he's very cool. Please don't embarrass me in front of Dweef.
Oh no, I never, ever would. When we get back, I've got some stuff I would love you to taxidermy too. And Kyndig just starts pulling out, surprisingly enough, a porcupine.
Oh, sick.
A squirrel.
Can I make a chimera monster?
I mean, if you can, but make sure you use the tail. I was very careful about keeping it fluffy.
Y'all, I have got to get me one of those and like stick it on my back somehow, because it really seems like I could do with more. And she like taps a little side bag that's like a very small purse, just like very, very tiny. I really got to get me one of those. That looks very, very helpful.
For a second, I thought you were talking about the squirrel. I was going to say I could help you with that, but you mean the shell? Yeah,
your shell. Yeah,
Dweef can definitely make a bag out of a squirrel. I've seen him do it.
I will.
Do you want a coin purse? And he holds up a coin purse that is just a rat.
Dweef, that is so nice of you. Maybe let's talk about it when we get back from killing this beast or whatever it is, because there's going to be a lot of the rest of that beast. And if the king only wants the head, maybe y'all can make me a new bag. What do you think? It's a bit of a finder's fee.
That sounds lovely to me and very fair. And actually, that is a good point. What are we getting for doing this this wonderful thing? The questing heroes are
a great question.
Yeah, we are here to help, but
love and affection of many will be ours.
Yes, you are the questing heroes. It is your lot in life.
Yes, it is. But also, love and affection does not pay the bills, and I have to pay that fine young gentleman there to do all the taxidermy for us.
Amen.
I just wanted to be left out, not left out.
Lefty, I would never leave you behind.
Are you asking for pay?
And he looks and he goes, pay up.
Are you unionizing? And he goes and reaches for a bell that's next to him that's just written union alert.
Now, there's no need to ring any bells in here about unionizing.
You know, not as for advantage to me, apparently.
However, we'll do this job, and we have been, Your Majesty, we have been very good at doing jobs for you in the past with not nary a mention of any money, but as my dear friend Kyndig said, we do need to pay some bills every now and again. So I'll let you ponder it. And we can discuss
a persuasion check for me. First roll of the night.
I'm going to take advantage of that. Thank you to Teeny. Oh my God, where's my other D20? I got to see what Darling's persuasion is here. It's decently good. Okay. That is going to be an 18.
He looks at you and goes, it's highly unusual, but if fair is fair, I think that you will be fairly compensated with the majesty of head or head-like appendage that you bring me. I shall compensate you as such.
Well, that's just fantastic. Look, we are all in agreement. That's wonderful. I love that. I love when everyone agrees.
Go
to questing then. But dear king, where might we find more information about said beast?
The fields that were aforementioned.
Muthlor, you said.
Yes, that is the words that I said. The god of this universe did quickly forget what the fields were called, but I'm glad that you wrote it down.
Of course. That's a lockbox in there.
Muthlor indeed. The fields of Muthlor, very much just right outside the city.
Well, we should get to step it, then.
Go.
Shreev
is already walking out the door.
Bye.
Oh, here we go. I'm sorry. I'd kind of fallen asleep myself. Oh, yes. Okay, goodbye.
I go. The king's kind of dozing off a little bit.
As I turn around, I go, Lefty, those are some fine boots today. I just wanted to tell you. Oh, Timothy, it is you.
So as you all head out of the palace, you kind of walk by the guards and you make it towards the edge of the city. And you can see there is already heading towards the gate, towards the fields of Muthlor. You know that that's the gate that you're going to need to leave through. You can already start to see there are folks kind of trickling in. And you can see there has been some tents set up for folks who have been displaced because this beast has been ravaging the fields, which are kind of home to a few farming villages. And you can see that some of the clerics have come down and set up some aid, and there's food being kind of passed around. And the folks look pretty shook up, and you can see some of them have come with their livestock and their carts and in various states of disrepair. Is there anything you'd like to do before you leave to go to the fields?
Oh my God, this is just the worst. We're going to have to go out into the fields.
Shreev,
I don't want to get all over my clothing. And does anyone know how to do that prestidigitation thing? Because, I
have always said that. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I don't necessarily know how to do the prestidigitation thing, but I've got lots of clothes and extra things in my shell. And she'll reach back and start pulling out a number of clothing items. Hey, you can have this. This was from my grandson. He absolutely loved it when he was 12.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that's so much better. So much better. And I'll start.
Y'all, I just want to say that I am tickled pink to be going out in the field with y'all. I love fields. I love field adjacent things. I like, stomping through fields, tramping through fields, all kinds of field related energies. So I'm real excited to be here with you folks.
Thank you,
Ravenswood, for the 100 bits. Em, you have advantage.
Thank you. A Lefty looks over at everyone and looks at the fields yonder in the distance and goes, anything worth doing is worth getting dirty for, and brandishes his hat off and before placing it on his head and foofing the feathers, and onward my friend.
Lefty, real quick, you're gonna keep those boots nice and clean, right? Because those boots, they are lovely.
Well, thank you very much, but we can get them cleaned later. This is a time for questing, a time for adventure.
Right you are. Ravenswood, thank you for the 100 bits for Tim, and Raina Rye, thank you for the 100 bits for DM Dave.
So many. All right, you head out. What is everyone's passive perception?
Oh God.
I know
Such
that.
a great question.
Like I got a really strong 10.
I got a 13. I
Okay.
feel it in my
Almost.
bones.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on all of my grandchildren. I must be 13.
I have a gentle cow's 11.
All right. So Lefty and Darling, or no, Lefty and Kindis, you both notice as you're heading out, you notice some of the folks who have come in and who have been displaced. You notice a lot of their clothing has been, it almost looks like it's been burned away, and their skin underneath, you can see some of the, like, just kind of as out of the corner of your eyes as you're leaving, you can kind of notice out of the that a lot of them seem to have kind of rashes, or some of them seem to have like almost like pock marks and things like that under where their clothes have been burned through. It seems like there's some kind of potentially disease or something that is coming along with these wounds that is being treated. They don't look very healthy as they're coming in. They look pretty. A lot of them look kind of a greenish pale color, and they are looking pretty rough. And you notice as well on one of the carts there's a bunch of kind of produce and things like that has completely gone off. It seems like they tried to get out, and it's been part of it's kind of charred, and a lot of it is just looks like it's spoiled. But you head out through the gate, and you can see there's kind of like there's sort of like a tree line that surrounds the city, and on the other side is the field. So you start to head down the road through the tree line. And just as you get about halfway through the tree line, it's only about a couple of hours to get to the fields. There is kind of a light rain that starts coming down, and this road is fairly quiet at the moment. Are you, as you get to just the edge of the forest, you can see one of the fields in the distance, probably about a few hundred feet away. You can see there is like a plume of smoke rising up. What would you like to do?
Is that just for the folks who have decent passive perception, or all of us?
You can see it,
Okay.
like it's only a few hundred feet away, so it kind of stands out against the area from here is like kind of sprawling, rolling hills and fields and things like that. So it's pretty clear.
Lefty stands there. Is there anything like that I can scramble up on as an only 2 foot tall being?
You're just past the tree line, so you could go back and try to climb up a tree.
Yeah, I'm
Darling, if you want, you can go up on my calling you my name, but if you want, you can go up on my shoulders, get a little bit of height for you.
Darling, that is mighty kind of you, but we kobold are a proud people, and I would like to climb a tree.
Are you saying that going up on my shoulders is not worth your pride? I just want to know where we stand.
Well, listen,
Lefty,
like I got no pride, so I'll just go ahead and climb up on you, and then you can go up on the tree, and I'll go up on you, and it'll be great. And I'm gonna start scrambling up.
Everyone gets what they want.
Oh, Lefty, before you go, just come here for 1 second, and I'll kind of bend down a little bit, pulling out a little bit of a cloth from behind my from my shell. You've got a little schmutz right there. Let me just clear that off for you, and I'll just wipe a little bit of dirt away from Lefty's face.
Lefty just kind of just like real revels in it, getting the dirt wiped off his face. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna go try and climb a tree.
All right. So first off, we'll do Lefty. I'll have you make either an acrobatics or athletics check to climb the tree. And Shreev, you can make a perception check from Darling's shoulders.
I'll do acrobatics because I would definitely say it's more of a scramble rather than like a muscling up the tree.
With those big boots.
Absolutely.
Whereas I've got second story work, so as long as I've got consent from Darling, I just and I'm just like balanced on top of your head going.
That is going to be a 21.
21. Okay. So yeah, you managed to scramble to the top of this pine tree, no problem. And you get a pretty good view. You're quite a bit higher, so you can make a perception check at advantage.
Oh, thank you.
And what was your perception check, Shreev?
I got a very strong 8. super strong 8. I was too busy. Yeah, I
Real
was
strong
super
8.
proud about how well I climbed up.
I feel like it's you're up on Darling, and Darling is just like getting distracted by just about everything. So
You're
she's
like-
like, "Oh, what's
you're-
this? Oh, what's that?" And you're
No,
like
don't-
having a bit of a hard time.
Don't turn that way. I'm
Oh,
trying
is
to
that
look at
hay? Oh,
No,
look
I
at
need
that
to-
over there.
No, I know
Darling
over
keeps
there.
moving. You have to keep stabilizing yourself, and you're not able to push the hair out of your own eyes to get a good look.
I love it when it rains.
So I don't know why, but I have disadvantage on perception checks.
Because it's
As a-
just a flat roll.
So it's just a flat roll. I don't know why, but I do. And I love that for myself.
That's really funny.
Well,
Because you're a
technically
kobold. Sunlight
speaking, though,
sensitivity.
yeah, because
Thanks.
it was raining. So
Yeah,
is it
it's
still
cloudy.
in sunlight?
There's no direct
It's
sunlight.
cloudy. There's no direct sunlight.
Is that what it is with kobolds?
Yeah.
'Cause then I'll
Probably
roll
if it's the
I'll-
older.
They have sunlight
Yeah.
sensitivity. Yeah,
So funny.
I love kobolds.
I love this little kobold so much. Please protect him forever. That is going to be a 14.
14. Okay, you get a little bit of a better look. So across this field, you can see the crops. It looks like it was probably corn, has been all flattened for the most part, and you can see a number of scorch marks kind of dotted throughout this field. But in the distance where the smoke is coming from, you can see there is quite a large farmhouse. And next to it is a large barn as well. And it looks like there is some smoke coming from the roof, not from the chimney, but from the roof of the farmhouse. And the barn doors, one has been torn off, and the other door is kind of just barely hanging on its hinges.
I relay this information to the party and I go, gracious, there could be people in trouble. We must go. And I like scramble and like start.
Let's
just
go, team.
running,
And I'm
just
gonna start.
running.
Where are we going?
I'm gonna start skipping. I'm gonna start skipping towards where Lefty pointed, without not like in no way allowing. Lefty to
I'm
cross.
gonna have Shreev make a either a strength or a dexterity saving throw, depending on how you want to try to save yourself.
Come on, Shreev.
Oh, I need to do a dexterity saving throw for sure. Yeah,
Hold on to
not
me, sweetie.
strength. That's a 24. Yeah,
Okay, so yeah,
I
you do
balance.
manage. Yeah, you have excellent balance. You're like
I can't see where I'm going, but I'm just perfectly balanced.
riding the bull or the cow, as it were. And you make it across the field to the farmhouse, and you can see the door has been like, you're not sure what has happened, but it's been knocked in and somewhat splintered when you arrive. And you can see the like kind of, there looks like there was a fire on the roof, and it is now kind of smoldering and is kind of going out. It wasn't a large fire, but it's kind of going out with the rain. What would you like to do?
Is there anyone in here?
You can make an investigation check if you like.
Sure.
Hello, y'all. Anyone in there? I just come on out. We're friendly folk. You
That's
got
an
some nice
8.
boots.
You kind of look around, you don't see anyone. As you call, you hear kind of like a creak, like, and you can see in the middle of the like out in the floor, like just under where it looks like there's a couch, you can just see under the couch like a set of eyes kind of pop up from a trapdoor that's underneath the couch.
It is
Hey,
safe.
Frank.
You are free to come out now.
Who are you?
Well,
We are
We're-
the questing heroes.
yeah, we're the great questing heroes, love.
Oh.
Who's talking to us? I can't.
You want to
What?
get down, Shreev? Do you want to go down, or do you want to stay up there? Because it's kind of fun, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm like so much safer up here for sure. What are we looking at? Who's here?
There's a little basement sweller.
I need your help. I'm trapped under my own couch. He's like pushing the trap door, and it's like the couch has been moved, and then now it seems like they can't open the trap door. Please get me out of here.
Lefty just like pushes up some sleeves with the bravado of someone who is much stronger than he is, and goes over to the couch.
Absolutely make a
This tiny
strength
little
check.
kobold is
Please.
ready to lick this fucking couch. I don't think I still have advantage, so this is just a flat roll.
While Lefty's doing this, you start to hear just a small snoring, as it seems that Kyndig has fallen into one of her micro naps at this point. In time.
Yes, Kyndig, sweet baby.
Oh.
Does Kyndig have any? Was Kyndig described as having any sort of hair?
No, but it's now up
Yeah.
to Dave.
Dave, does Kyndig have any hair?
Yeah, she's one of those cool older turtles where she has a little bit of like a
Cool.
mohawk going on. It was from my
Yeah.
grandson. He thought it was a great idea.
So I am over by Kyndig just braiding daisies into
Absolutely.
their mohawk. But you got this. Yeah, you got this, Lefty. I believe in you, and I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration.
Ooh, what is your bardic
Ooh.
inspiration?
That's a great question.
It's level 3. Are we D6?
Yeah, yes, and I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna go, hey, Lefty, before you do this, I got something real quick for you. You ready?
I'm always
Darling, 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 darling. I'm singing a song about darling. That's me. Good luck, honey.
Shepherd's pie. Oh,
Oh, hey there,
what
sweetheart.
was all that yelling about out there?
Not yelling, just beautiful, beautiful music.
For once, we've got Anna playing a bard who sings. Please, somebody take that down. I'm gonna roll with the bardic inspiration. Wow, that puts. Is this an athletics check? You said
No, this is just a strength check.
okay, okay. +3. That's gonna be a 22.
Okay. With
Hell yeah.
incredible confidence, you both lift and push the couch and kind of move it off of the trapdoor very easily as the trapdoor kind of flies open. And you see kind of like a wizened older man kind of climb out, sort of hunched over a little bit, wearing kind of a brown tattered coat and like his straw. He's like got a straw hat under his arm. Oh, thank you. I've been trapped down there for 2 days. I've eaten all my stores for the winter.
Oh, I thought you were about to say eating all your family, and I was gonna get real dark.
No, my family got away.
Oh, good. You definitely didn't eat your family. Just you can be
No.
honest with us. We're good folk.
I don't know what it was. I heard a large steps outside in the field, and there was smoke and fire. And then I told them all to run out the back, and I waved the creature over this way. And as it came, I dove into the trap door, but then when it knocked the door open, it knocked the couch, and I got trapped underneath.
Also,
see.
thank you, DM B Town. It's 100 to. That's an advantage
Also-
to Dave.
Dave, you have advantage, and also it is a rotation.
It is
Gosh.
that time.
Let's do a quick. Pew, pew, pew.
And so as you are all standing there and the old man continues to tell his story, he says, I didn't see the creature, but there was so many feet. It was like a stampede of creatures and knocked over the couch. And I was stuck down there for days. And I've eaten all of the corn, the mashed corn. I will never want to eat corn again. And if you look down the trap door that you have rescued this old gentleman from, you will see that the cellar is filled with cans of opened cream corn, just dozens of them everywhere. And he says, it saved my life, but I will never want to eat any creamed corn ever again. That's for sure.
I know the feeling, and I may have 1,000-yard stare for a moment.
Well, but I appreciate you coming for me. And
Oh man!
Thank you, DMB Town. As the old man does his monologue, a wand of wonder drops into the hand of Dave. So, Lauren, if you want to describe what happens there.
Okay. Dave, who are you playing? I've lost track.
Oh, it's just me, Shreev, bro. Like, not a big deal at all. I totally
right.
got this, bro.
Shreev, you've been having trouble like seeing and investigating things because the hair has been getting in your face and you keep
So lame.
and eventually you just kind of give up on the hair. It's awesome hair. It's in the perfect swoop and you're just going to leave it there. And you finally let go of your hair and you realize that, one of the reasons it's been falling in your face is to get something in your hair. Must have been while you were on top of Darling. And you think it's a stick and you pull it out and it's a wand.
Wands are totally lame. These are for wizards. Oh, fine.
Who do you
I
point
guess
it at?
Or what do you point it at?
Or what do you point it at?
Well, I mean, I might as well try and point it at the old dude. See what this does.
Roll a D100.
Roll a D100.
That's going to be a 67.
Okay.
And so when I'm looking at this, the you is the person who has
the wand. Yes.
Who has the wand.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Shreev, you're a gnome, I believe.
I am.
Yeah. Are you still sitting on top of Darling?
Oh no, I
mean,
totally got down a little while ago, I think.
Okay, perfect. So you've taken a moment to look back up at Darling, who is this very tall Firbolg, who just seems to get taller and taller and taller. No, wait, you're getting shorter and shorter and shorter as you have shrank yourself as if you had cast Enlarge Reduce. I believe you are now considered a tiny creature.
Dave, go ahead and roll another D100 because you have two
This
more
is so
rolls
lame.
on this one.
This
Oh,
is so
dear.
lame.
Who are you pointing this at?
Oh, I pointed at someone else.
Well, just in case.
I will continue to. I will look at my stature falling down. I'm going to hit the bottom of the wand and point it at myself.
Okay,
Oh
See
my
if I can't
gosh.
fix this.
sure. Give me another roll.
Going to be a 25.
With a 25. I need you to roll a d6 because what it says is you cast detect thoughts on the target you choose. If you didn't target a creature, you instead take 1d6 psychic damage.
That's four. That's 4
I-
points of damage.
I feel like in
Wild
this,
sequence
you
of
take 4
events.
points of damage as you know that weird moment in where you're hearing an echo of yourself. And so it's hard for you to talk because you can't talk while you're hearing yourself, but you're hearing
my
yourself
God.
like 3 seconds behind yourself. You're having that moment and it does psychic damage.
Like a feedback loop.
I'll just. This is too much for me to handle right now. It's the wand doing it, and I'll start shaking the wand really hard, and I'm gonna point it. I'm gonna point it at Darling, who's standing in front of me.
All right. Give me
Fun,
one more
dude.
roll.
Relax.
Don't tell me to relax, okay, Darling? You don't know what it's like.
Let me grab you something from my shield. And I just start like reaching for like something to try and calm Shreev down.
That's going
So
to be
very
a
exciting.
What'd you roll?
2.
You cast slow on Darling. Was it Darling you were pointing
I was.
at? Darling, you are suddenly really slow.
Oh, honey. What have you done?
That's for laughing at me. I knew there were, even if they weren't. I heard it. I heard it in my head.
Oh my god. Shit. Chaos. Left, right, and center. Thank you, copacetic cow. I get a wand now.
Okay, all
Lauren,
right.
this
gotta
is-
get out of here.
I'm here for this. I'm here for this. Adam, are you? You're not Kyndig, right? I've lost track of who.
No,
you are.
I'm
I am-
Kyndig. Adam is Lefty.
I am
Adam is
lefty.
Okay.
Um,
As you watch this all take place, the old guy walks up to you, Lefty, and says, "This was one of the things that happened. Just everything got really weird. There was some wild magic going on. Look out!" And as you look up, you notice that whatever has happened to this place has damaged some of the beams up above you, and a couple of the boards fall, but they're actually not boards. It looks like they're just kind of pieces of boards. And you reach up to block one with your hand, and suddenly you catch the wood, and you look down, and you're holding a very similar wand. Go ahead and
gotta get out of here.
with a haunted look in my
Darling
eyes,
starts moving for the door.
I'm gonna point the first charge of the wand at the cans of cream corn as I'm like, I have met you again, my mortal enemy.
all right.
Alrighty. That is a 78.
With a 78, you cast a little bead of red light comes out of the wand and goes down into the bottom of this barn, and you all hear as a fireball ignites. And you all smell
the leftovers of burnt cream corn as the barn shakes, and the old guy says, "We've got to get out of here," and he starts to run out the door. Where do you point next as the barn is starting to go up in flames?
I feel like Lefty kind of caught that on the chin and got flung back, and so I'm gonna roll a d4 and just like randomize who it gets pointed at as he gets flung back. So Em is a 1, Tim is a 2, Lauren is a 3, Dave is a 4, and Lauren, if it's you, it'll be the old man, sadly. It's a 2, so it's gonna be pointed at Darling.
What did I ever do to you?
It's not intentionally pointed, it's just like
Darling, go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw as this happens to see if you can break out of the slow before whatever happens.
No. That's only a 7.
You are just so slow. It's you can't. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 97.
Okay. Darling, I need you to roll a d10.
While this is happening, Kyndig is trying desperately to find something in her shell that will put out fire. I don't know if she has anything in there for that, but she's looking.
Okay.
3.
So as you're trying to move faster to get out of this barn that's starting to go up in flames, you look down at your blue pants, afraid that they've been burnt, and you notice that your hands are blue. And then you look at your arms and they're blue, and everybody can now see that your tawny brown and white skin and fur has turned blue, as you are now bright blue for 3 days.
Oh my God. What have you done?
And then I'm going to whip around and be like, I do not know. And as I whip around, I'm going to point the wand straight down for the third and final charge.
Give me that final charge.
Oh my gosh.
That is a 30.
That is
God damn it.
30. Okay. All right. You think you know how to stop the flames.
God
and you
damn
point this wand down and you all hear a psst. And for a second, it's concerning because that was kind of the noise of the fireball. But then this green mist comes out and spreads across the floor. And very quickly, the good news is it puts out the fire. The bad news is, that the stinking cloud is just the worst. I
quickly pulled up the spell, so everyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
I was about to say,
in an effort to try and save the tiny Shreev, I try and pick him up and put him on my shell to keep him safe because he's so little.
He's so tiny.
I'm actually gonna try and get into the shell because I'm so small at this point.
Absolutely.
Okay, I need a Constitution saving throw from everybody, but
I have yet to roll, so I'm rolling 3 times.
Shreev, as you crawl inside of Kyndig's shell and get a little bit of cover from this, I'll give you advantage on that.
Okay, so just a quick question for rules. Do I roll all the advantages?
All the advantages that you have at once right
now.
All
of them at once, yeah.
And
I just
you take
rolled
the
3
highest
dice.
one.
If you have advantage on that roll, you just add an additional dice.
How did I get 3 1s? What is happening?
That's mathematically improbable.
But
it's
here
amazing.
we are. Here we are. Also, if you rolled a 1, doesn't that mean that the thing happens?
Right.
Oh yeah, if you rolled ones, then we gotta.
But
I rolled
it's
3
that's only if
though.
that's the number that you
Yeah,
wind up.
if that's the result.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, if that's the result.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
it's super.
So essentially,
advantage.
to avoid like double skips and stuff like that.
Yes, we did this.
Whatever the
Okay.
result is. So was the result? Did you roll 3? Did you only roll 3 die?
No, I rolled 5.
Okay.
So
Those 3s are dodged.
Okay, perfect. So that's going to be a dirty 20.
Also, dirty 20.
That's
okay.
17.
9.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure 9 probably fails your DC, correct? Yeah.
Oh, for me,
Yeah, 'cause
Lefty
you're
is a fighter.
Oh.
So
The wand,
let me.
the wand DC.
I think the one DC.
DC is 15.
Yeah.
15. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So most of you save. It's the rotten eggs is bad. The burnt cream corn. You think that's probably what it was? It's bad, but most of you are okay.
Ignore that. That was me dropping my phone on the keyboard.
I have smelled I've smelled many dirty diapers in my day, but this takes the cake. And she just like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's super bad. And you start to and you gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here now.
With Shreev in my shell, I just start making a mad dash outside to try and avoid throwing up in this man's already burnt down barn. I want to stand on circumstance a little bit and go throw up outside.
With the smell of creamed corn burning in the night, Lefty, memories flooding his brain. He goes, no, and he kneels in the mud and screams up into the rain, no.
Then Darling runs out of the house.
Darling and Shreev, go ahead and give me some Constitution saving throws to see if you can shake off the effects of some of the stuff that's going on.
It's only 6.
crap.
No, you're still slowed. You show up a little too late, but fortunately the stinking cloud helped.
I get out there and I retch my cookies and I take I reach inside and I go, Shreev, can you pass me a handkerchief, please?
Oh, fine if I have to. Oh.
You're in my
And
shell. You have to.
He'll look around and you'll start seeing things being flown out the back of her shell. Like there's a teddy bear in there. There's a scarf in there.
I'm shoving them back in as he's throwing them out.
Surprisingly, a dead cat is in there as well.
Absolutely.
Who knows why? But finally I find one and I pass it through one of the holes.
I take it and I just dab my mouth.
Did the farmer make it out?
Oh, you know what? That's a good thing. I should probably figure out if the farmer made it out.
Lefty recovers and looks over at Kyndig. If the magic that keeps him small wears off, that will be a real horror show.
Well, the good news is the farmer made it out.
Amazing.
The better news is I'd love to know if our bard so the bard failed. Shreev, what was your Constitution saving throw?
That is going to be a 4.
Okay. Wait, hold on. I'm looking for because I thought Shreev
is inside Kyndig's shell.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
shrunken.
Shrunken.
Okay, so you're still small. You're still very, very small. So you have that moment where you go, oh yeah, that's probably a bad idea. But no, you're still okay. The farmer comes out and says, well, I didn't really want any of that cream corn anyway, but
Neither did I.
well, fortunately, now that we're outside, I can show you the one thing that might be able to help you find this beast. Here's the thing.
David, is you.
As the old farmer continues to explain to it, you hear a strange sound in the sky, almost as wings begin to flap down. The old man says, "Oh, look!" And he points up into the sky. There it is! And you see a single Pegasi begin flying down towards you. This is my good friend Bertrand. He knows everything about these lands. Bertrand then speaks up at this point in time. How's it going, guys? This is awesome. I've never seen such a flame before in my entire life. So, why did you burn down the old man's house?
I'm still inside Kyndig's shell.
It was me. I take the blame.
No, it was an accident. Magic sticks were flying around. Many things happened. It was not intentional. I promise.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. You know, magic always happens around these parts. It's always super crazy around here, bro. It's a good time. So, old man, what are you going to do now? The old man looks at the Pegasus. Well, I'm I'm not sure. My family's gone. My barn is gone. I have no cream corn left. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. But blast this strange creature that seems to be taking over our lands. The Pegasus then speaks up at this point in time. Oh, you mean the thing from the middle of the forest back there?
I'm sorry. The middle of the forest. You've seen the creature that we are hunting?
Oh, I haven't personally seen the creature, but I've seen where it stalks at night. I think that between some of us and the other woodland creatures, we've been keeping tabs on a little bit of a layer that seems to have popped up out of nowhere.
Tiny Shreev at this point pops out of Kyndig's shell and just kind of climbs out and goes, gosh, if there was already people coming after this, why'd they send us anyway? And it's like very tiny, just like swoops his hair right across his face.
Well, now don't be upset. More help has got to be helpful, right? Like I've always said, you want to help those who are helping those who can help others.
You do always say that. God,
you've got a little schmutz, dear, Angie.
We have to go and find this creature.
She fixes a schmutz on Darling's face.
Thank you, but I don't think that's schmutz. I think I'm just blue now, and at least it matches my pants.
She rubs a lot of your face.
Well, I would complain, but that actually feels kind of good. So you can keep going, but I don't think it's going to do very much.
What time of day is it?
Right now it's probably just getting to be dusk at this point in time. The sun's starting to get a little bit low in the sky. The light that's left over from the pouring rain is slowly starting to fade, with a little bit of a purplish hue now cascaded across the horizons.
I throw up my hood because obviously Shreev loves the nighttime, and I take my fingers and I smear the eyeliner all across my face to make it look like obviously much cooler. And I go, I love the night. We should go to the forest before we can go home.
I see that you've smeared, and I look over Kyndig and I go, oh, you should go help the little one over there. I think they've got a little bit more schmutz than I do, but I do agree.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. And I like slink away backwards, like in my cloak.
You've got schmutz in your eye. You won't be able to see.
I like skulk off towards the woods, being like, Bertrand, is it over here?
Lefty would go up to the farmer before we leave. I swear to you, with every fiber of my being, I will avenge your farmhouse.
I mean, you guys were the ones who did burn down my farmhouse. So
we wouldn't have been
avenge
here
against yourself. I mean,
we wouldn't have been here if it hadn't been for the creature. So
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it whatsoever.
I mean, honestly, were you gonna want to use that farmhouse after you had stayed there for a couple of days and eaten all that cream corn?
Well, probably. I mean, it's been in my family for generations. We built my great-great-great-great-grandfather built it with his bare hands. I mean, I guess now it's my turn.
I'm going to walk up to this old farmer and very, very intently and with sorrow on my face say, yes, but now it's time for you to build your own legacy. It's going to be okay. We're going to go, we're going to find the creature that did it, and you are now going to rebuild with your own hands. Something beautiful is going to come out of the ashes of your cream cone.
As is being said, Kyndig goes over and finds a shattered picture frame that's fallen down to the ground, picks it up, puts it back on a shelf, brushes off some detritus, and goes, see? One step at a time, dear.
Well, I mean, when you put it that way, I'm sorry, Lauren, you are playing right now, Darling?
I'm Darling. I'm Darling.
All right, Darling. Well, in that case, give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I would love to. Persuasion. Oh no, that's a 1 for a 6.
Was that a natural one?
It's a natural 1.
Okay, let me unassign my character first because this always takes me a minute.
Oh no.
That's exactly what you want to see out of the bard.
Oh, that's the worst. Okay, wait, unassign.
You watch, the rest of you see it. Darling seems so convinced that this impassioned speech to the farmer is going to make going to make things right, because even though you didn't cause the initial damage, you certainly haven't made anything better whilst you've been here. And you watch as the old man is moved, but not in a good way. He starts weeping. These giant tears just start rolling down his face, and he collapses in an absolute puddle. And he's and he's inconsolable. He's like not making words, and he goes, just go. Just go.
Darling,
From the
being
darkness.
very upset about what she's just done, is going to put her hand on the farmer's shoulder and say, "Well, don't you worry, child, because heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry."
He's just
Don't you worry.
weeping, and he just looks at me.
I think we should go. I
there's
think we
no
should
heaven
probably get a
anymore.
move on here. I think
From-
we've maybe done enough.
From the growing darkness, a tiny hand lands on the other shoulder, and you hear, "Accept this darkness into your heart and grow from it. This is the pain forges us anew." And then very badly tries to fade into the dark.
We could keep trying to talk to this one, or we could go and find the problem that had caused all of this and bring him his head.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Let us
So-
do that. No more talking. On with the fighting. And I'm
Shreev-
going to strut towards
Can
Where
Shreev
we're going.
draws his kunai, and he and he follows.
Darling will also follow along with a smirk on her face and just say, "All right, all right, all right."
Yes, exactly the energy. Tim, is there anything your character wishes to do before you
Oh
leave?
no, Kyndig
You're-
is like, "Oh, we fucked up." I know what sadness looks like. Here we go. Let's go.
So the old man, you hear the sobs just like racking through the barn. What's everyone's passive insight?
It's a great question.
It is a 13. I know all. I see all. I feel all.
Powerful 10.
15 for Kyndig.
I like to consider myself a reader of people in my majestic ways of the bardisms. That's going to be a 14 for Darling.
Okay, can everybody but Kyndig, so Tim, can you take out your headphones, please?
Amazing.
And I'll tell you when to put them back in.
Oh, how are we gonna know?
Secrets.
We always got to drop one secret.
Okay.
So Kyndig, you notice, you hear the sobs of this old man, and they are just racking through. And you turn around and have one last glance, and you see the old man cough, and ash comes out of his mouth.
Oh,
But you're pretty far away at this point, but you just catch the hint of ash coming out of his mouth.
okay.
And that's what you notice as you leave. So everyone can put their earphones back in. So yeah, you are at the edge of the tree line. Lefty and Shreev, you guys have all headed in. What would you like to do from here? There is no set path. The trees are mostly coniferous. This is would be like a more coniferous forest. So you have quite a lot of shade cover. And so the forest starts to get dark very, very quickly. It's quite dark, even though it is just dusk. And Bertrand is still with you. And he is glowing this soft ethereal white. And he seems to just be like majestically enjoying himself as he prances, just like prancing pony through the forest. And he just is just walking in front of you, just like
Shreev is almost damaging himself with how drastically his eyes are rolling. Just at the how powerfully antithesis this is to his aesthetic.
Can you actually roll me I will say, simply because this creature is so powerfully against your aesthetic, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Sure can. Here we go. Well, that's not bad. Wisdom saving?
Yes.
It's just a flat 11. Just rolled 11, add nothing.
I will say that it is so close to being like you almost like your whole aesthetic and being hurts watching Bertrand. You don't take any damage, but you know that the longer you stay around this creature, he will start to threaten your vibes, and it will be very bad if you start staying around. Bertrand's gonna kill your vibe if you stay around him for very long.
I stab a couple of trees with kunais as I run past them.
Meanwhile,
come on.
Lefty has heart eyes and says, "Oh, my fine creature. You are majestic. You are beautiful. You are heroism in horsey form."
And you watch Bertrand just like flicks a mane and a tail flooshes at the same time. Thank you so much.
I must ask, because it would pain me if I didn't at least try. May I be astride your back?
You watch as Bertrand lifts a hoof as if to just kind of clutch it to his chest, and he goes, "My dear Kobold, I would be honored." And he just like starts making just this like big show of like kneeling down. So yeah, you can ride it. You can ride the Pegasus. Absolutely, you can.
I very quickly brush off all my feet. I make sure that I'm clean and I'm not going to get a speck on this magnificent creature. And then I just delicately do onto the back. Here, this is good. This is not uncomfortable, is it?
Bertrand kind of adjusts himself, and you feel this like wonderful warm wave watch over you. And because you asked so nicely, while you are astride Bertrand, I'm gonna let you add a D4 to any attack or saving throw.
I'd like to remove a D4 from any attack.
I 100% agree. Watching this like very performative display of like a cavalierish fighter and a horse creature, it's too much. It's too much. So yeah,
you all do hear muttering from the darkness. "Oh, I am the night, cha cha. I am the darkness, cha cha. I am pain."
Darling is going to hear this and kind of hold back a little bit to get in touch with Shreev, and she's going to walk over and say, "Well, Shreev, darling, are you doing all right? You seem a little bummed out."
I'm struggling to deal with the fact that I've lost my imposing figure. And I'm very small now, and like I could tower above my foes, but not anymore. So that's a bummer, but also this Pegasus is ruining the vibe.
Well, there might be something I can help you with, and I'm going to cast Mage Hand while I'm saying this to just kind of rub the back of Shreev to comfort him a little bit. Would you
comforting him without actually touching him?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to touch him. Right?
No, certainly not.
Your mage hand is the size of my entire body right now.
I know.
This is very disconcerting.
I know, darling. Oh, would it make you feel better if the Pegasi wasn't here?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast invisibility on Bertrand.
So is there a save on that?
If
you cast it on an unwilling creature?
Nope.
Just because no.
I think
it just happens.
Does it say
it just happens? I can just walk up, touch the creature, and there's
does it
nothing
say
about
willing creature? Or is,
Nope.
Fucking hell!
Just
That's
amazing.
such a
Okay,
goodbye.
so
I mean, how
creature
often do
you
you
touch, 100%.
How often do you make something you don't like invisible?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
here we are.
Absolutely. Here we are. Okay, so darling, as you go up, you just like, kind of smile at Bertrand, this like beautiful interaction between Lefty and Bertrand happening, and you just like gently give a little pat, and then like a couple seconds later, all of a sudden, Lefty, Bertrand, you feel that you are still sitting on Bertrand, but Bertrand isn't there. You just see the ground.
While I'm casting invisibility, I'd like to just lean over into the ear of Bertrand and say, "Darling, your hooves are trashy." And then I'll go ahead and cast invisibility.
As
shit.
Bertrand hears this, you just hear it. And I am going to have Lefty, you're going to need to make a dexterity saving throw as Bertrand rears up and lets out a mighty neigh in discontent.
Shreev, once the unicorn, the Pegasus goes invisible, goes, yes, darkness reigns, and tries to do a standing backflip.
Please roll for your standing backflip. Please also roll for the dexterity saving throw to not get bucked off this Pegasus.
So I rolled, because I got the D4, I rolled a 24, but I think what happens is Lefty thinks that the Pegasus has done this with the invisibility. And so Lefty is in the process of looking down at the Pegasus. You are so smart, being stealthy and also beautiful and also and just because he happens to be in the process of giving compliments to the Pegasus is how he manages to not get thrown.
Absolutely. So Lefty, you manage to stay on top, and Bertrand is
my beautiful mount. No, what has upset you so?
And you just hear Bertrand say, never again. And he says, please get off me.
Yes, whatever it is that you want. And I will very quickly dismount. What did I do? I do not understand. We were being epic together, and you are even invisible. You are still beautiful.
Perhaps one day we will meet again, but that is not fate this day. And he gives you a little nuzzle, and with that you just hear the whoosh as he picks up and hovers just above the tree line, and he goes, I was going to help, but it seems I'm not wanted here, and I know when I'm not wanted. And he just you just hear the and then soft crying as he leaves.
Good riddance. Am I right?
Yeah, I got a funny feeling about him, and I saw something as we were leaving. The farmer started coughing ash. He seemed to know that Pegasus awful well.
At that, as Shreev attempts to do a standing backflip, he got a
natural one. I love it.
His neck.
A big fat one.
As Darling sees Shreev utterly eat it at his natural one, she just offers a blue handout and goes, that's why Darling's here.
So
I'm here to pick you up.
Yeah, Shreevis does a terrible standing backflip, and between the sounds of the Pegasus taking off, and Shreev just fucking eating shit, you have made a lot of noise in a short amount of time, and you hear. Kind of ring through the forest, and you feel something get closer and closer, and you see up in the tree line shadow, and from the trees a figure descends rapidly, landing in a billow of black cloak, and a tall, gaunt, very pale figure stands up, drops their hoods, and Threevus, you recognize Grievous, the most notorious of your family, and he looks at you and goes, "Sup, dorks."
Shreev is still on his back.
Also,
nice flip,
fully crying.
dumbass.
Tim, you get 2 extra dice to add
Ghost
to your
dice.
next roll.
Yes.
Thank you, Willow.
Oh, what are you doing here, you freak?
What are you doing here in my dope, dark forest of darkness and solitude?
We're trying to get the monsters out of here. They're hurting all the fields. Are you the monsters?
There's no monsters in this forest. What are you talking about? There's just a very virulent plague.
But the Pegasus said there was a lair. Is that your lair?
Yeah, I have a dope tree lair. I've raided a couple of towns and like stole some stuff from my cool supplies. There's no monster. It's just me.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't even know if I have good insight, but I want to insight check him.
Lefty, while you're doing this, is looking very confused at this point in time, shaking his head off. He jumps up onto a stub and says, "Well then, we must defeat the plague. The plague must die." And I'll draw my bow.
We're gonna have a very hard time bringing a head of a plague back to the king.
Yes, but how wonderful it will be to crush it beneath our feet.
That's a natural 20 plus 4 for a 24.
So two things
Also,
happen.
yes, Teeny, my neppy is showing. I'm sorry. I always have to insight check people.
Darling, with that natural 20, nothing is more monstrous than teen angst and entitlement. And also with a natural 20, as we are in round 2, short but sweet.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Gosh, yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, you just settled into your characters and we're switching again.
Oh my God.
And
I literally
you,
just
like-
claimed Darling again.
Oh yeah, I gotta unclaim. As Grievous is standing there with his cloak, as you kind of size him up, you can see like underneath his cloak, there's a bunch of vials of like what looks like kind of like a brownish green liquid. I suggest you idiots get out of my forest before y'all get sick.
Are you really like threatening us? Like me? I mean, come on, after all we've been through.
Shreevis, you are such a poser. As if you're like us.
Hey.
Real quick question, Tim. What
Yeah.
footwear is Grievous wearing?
Absolutely such a good question.
Absolutely very, very, very tall boots. Like Grievous is a forest gnome as well, but is at least 5'5". Like it's standing much higher, like big
An
platform.
upsettingly tall gnome.
Also, Raina, thank you so
Super high
much.
platforms.
Dave, you get another
Super high
advantage on
platforms.
your next roll.
Oh boy.
As Grievous calls us posers and is just being a shit to Shreevis, I like Lefty carries a bow, right? I like bring my bow from my back and put an arrow in it and goes, "Be careful what you say, my friend. You are in the company of the questing heroes, and we are charged to bring back the head of whomever stands in the way of progress."
Yes, I've always wanted to get the head of Schmutz. That plague sounds horrible. There's Schmutz everywhere at
serious?
this point.
Are you serious? You straight up? You want to go right now?
I mean, I have my crew here and like we're just gonna totally take you down. So you can either come clean or we're gonna clean you.
I ain't a strong supporter of violence, but y'all, I think we should take this boy's head and put it up on a wall.
Shreevis,
I've never agreed more, darling.
Shreevis, I'm never gonna forget this. And
No,
you
you're
watch as he,
not.
like,
I'm
pulls
gonna
his
make
cloak
sure that you
down.
remember it for the next 5 minutes that you're still alive.
He
Kill
pulls
him,
his cloak
Shreevis.
down in like a puff of smoke, and you hear like 2 howls and like fast footprints coming through the forest. I need everyone to roll initiative for me, please.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You can save the, if you would like to use, if you have advantage, we've played it in the past that you can either use the advantage on initiative or you can save it for the next like
For the next
constitution
one
save
after,
or
yeah. Okay,
attack.
cool.
Because
That's a
initiative is a
19.
great check.
That was
But,
real close to a rotation. But
oh
not
gosh,
a
y'all,
rotation.
that is a natural 20. I'm sorry.
Moving on.
Oh, this is I think this is the most like rapid fire.
Yes.
I had
Okay, but
okay.
does the initiative affect your next character or the current one?
Ooh.
Oh,
I
good
hadn't even
question.
rolled yet.
Yeah, because some people haven't rolled yet. Just
Which
have it
maybe do
affect the character that you land on.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Lefty's initiative for whoever is playing Lefty next is a 24.
Oh no, just use
Oh.
whatever you rolled for whatever character you're landing on now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. If everyone, as you are rolling initiative, if you could put those in our backstage chat, please, as
That would be-
absolutely.
I frantically pull things up
and pull the character. Put the character name, not your name. That's something we've learned in the past too.
Yes. And I unassign? I need to unassign that.
Who am I right now? I am Kyndig. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
And I'm just going to do that thing where I claim the not a character so that I'm still in this party somewhere.
Absolutely.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and put those in our backstage chat. Darling with a 4.
I rolled a 2. Whoops. So close.
I will compile them and put them in order for you.
Oh,
Thank
bless
you, Adam.
bless you, and the horse you rode in on. Okay.
Also, thank you so much, Teeny. That is advantage for everyone on your next roll.
Ooh. Okay, well, our next roll is coming quick because the shadow creatures that just appeared rolled a natural 20 for their initiative.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
We're
no,
rotating again. Let's do it again. We'll do it again. All right.
I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna. Oh no, that's not.
Okay.
Shoot.
There, I put them in chat for our next
Wild.
DM.
Okay,
Wow,
that
love
is
this.
just wild.
Okay.
I think Shreev still beats out the monsters.
I am Shreev now.
I
I will be Shreev.
I will be Darling.
As the two hulking, dark figured, 4-legged beasts begin to snarl and look towards you. Shreev, you were up first. What would you like to do, my friend?
Shreev, what he brandishes the weapons that he has, and he just goes, "Let's fucking go!" And he like goes in, and he's just like swinging his knives as he goes in. And I am going to attack, obviously because harshing the vibe. I'm going to attack Grievous, with my It says I have rapier, like a rapier here, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to attack Grievous.
Okay.
Here we go. That is going to be a +2 attack. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
16 absolutely hits.
And I absolutely make the sound as I do it. I go shaka as I like try and shaka as I like try and hit into him. 1d8 + 3. Oh God, where are my dice? 1 to 8. That's gonna be 9 points of slashing damage to him as I like go and I get sneak attack on that, wouldn't I? Because he has not acted this round in combat.
That's correct.
Yeah. How many d6 is that at this level? I forget. Sneak attack is +2 d6.
Real risk. I'll be right back.
So that is totally a risk. So that is 4 extra points of damage, bringing the total I think up to 13.
13.
Together.
As you slash down on Grievous's chest, you see a little bit of the dark clothes kind of shred from your daggers as he looks down, looking at a couple of the wounds on his chest. God, bro, why you gotta go ahead and do those kind of things to me?
Because you're harshing my vibe, man. And
Listen,
I stay in melee with him. Just like there's a lot of like sword swirling and brandishing as this is happening.
Okay. Just bear with me for 1 second because I don't think Grievous had an initiative roll. So
It's true. It's true.
No, I got one roll in. I got one roll in, and then it was
I think that's a DM rule at first, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, we're about to have another one because Grievous just rolled a natural 20 on his
Oh
initiative.
my gosh.
Oh.
That means
Okay,
both monsters rolled a nat 20.
That's
Okay.
absolutely wild.
So that's me and
Cool, cool.
100.
This is cool. Very
I get
cool.
advantage on my next roll. Thanks so much, Willow.
I have so much advantage
I've
just
lost track
waiting.
as to who I am now.
I have
So you are.
Oh, I'm Shreev.
You're Shreev.
Who just went. Okay,
who
cool.
just went. Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it.
No. Yeah. So I've got to unassign I've got to unassign Shreev. Give me a sec here, y'all. So yeah. So Grievous is like very, very distraught at the fact that Shreev has been hitting him. He doesn't like it very much. So he is going to, I don't even know what Shreev is. Yeah, okay. Shreev is going to
Grievous?
Sorry, yeah, Grievous is going to take one of the bottles off of his coat and he's going to throw it down on the ground. And I am going to need how close are y'all to Grievous at this point?
Oh, Shreev's right up there.
Shreev's right in there. Okay. Anyone else close in as of yet or had like approached Grievous at this point?
Kyndig would be close-ish, probably about 10 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah, Darling was a little bit back, so she wouldn't be within any kind of melee range.
Okay.
If I had had my choice, I would have been astride a magnificent Pegasus, miles in the air. But I'm probably about 30 to 40 feet back.
Sounds good. So this will only affect Shreev and Tim. Who are you playing right now?
Kyndig.
Yeah, Shreev and Kyndig. So I'm going to need you to make Constitution saving throws for me.
Pick one. Oh, I get advantage because
I get quadruple advantage.
Hell yeah, Tim, get it, son.
21.
Amazing. You're fine.
And what am I making? It's a Constitution?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a +1 of this, so it's 16.
Amazing. Those are both okay. So you will take half damage as you feel this acid just kind of disrupt from the ground, and it immediately vaporizes, and you're all kind of caught in your eyes. So you are going to take half of 2d6 acid damage. So that is going to be 9 halved down to and rounded up to 5 acid damage as you feel kind of like welts start to come around at your eyes. And I have made the decision that Grievous isn't anyone special. He's just a guy with a bunch of acid.
It's a good decision.
I'm here for it.
He's got acid? All right.
Just a guy who has bottles of acid in his
this
coat.
is the bad kind of acid. Shit, Grievous.
Throwing acid at people.
Fuck! It got in my eyes. That could make me blind, dude.
And so that is his action. And he he's not going to move out of range with you because your knives are a little bit scary to him. But those shadow mastiffs that he summoned, boy howdy, those are not fun. So let me find a shadow mastiff.
Such a friggin' penis.
This is what happens when you let someone who should not have a alchemy jug have an alchemy jug.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So those shadow mastiffs circle around from they kind of flank on the outsides, and they're going to go in for the 2 people not in melee with Grievous. So they are going to go one for Lefty and one at Darling as well. So Shadow Mastiff number 1 is going to go after Lefty. Hold on one sec here. Let me put that in the chat.
I'm fully telling King Uncle what you've done here.
King Uncle. That first one is going to be, oh my God, please don't show that thing again. That is going to be a +5 to hit. So that is going to be a dirty 20 to hit on you, Darling.
That's absolutely hit.
Okay, so you're going to take 2d4. So that is going to be 4 damage, and I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw for me, please.
Okay. With the 3 advantages I have right now.
Yeah, please do that.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say it was?
A strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. That is going to be a 13.
That is just enough as you feel that you're almost, this bite tries to knock you back on your butt, but you manage to stay afoot. The other one is going to head after you, Lefty.
You are a bad dog. Bad dog.
And it's just like shadows are just like pulling out of its mouth, barely forming the teeth as the teeth kind of go around and sink into you with a dirty 20.
Oh, that may hit me, but I will not be deterred.
So that is going to be 3 points of damage, and I'm also going to need you to make a strength saving throw for me, please.
Okay. That's a 19.
That is also enough. DC is 13 for those. I've just taken a Shadow Mastiff I found and done that. So, yeah, it bites into you, but you manage to stay on your feet and not get knocked prone.
Down, boy. No, get off of me. No.
And that is their movement and action. So we are Kyndig. You are up next. What would you like to do?
Kyndig would go over to Grievous very calmly and just reach out with both of her hands and grab him by the elbows and go, "You're not being very kind." And she's going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Goodbye.
20, not natural.
That absolutely
20.
hits. Please roll your damage. This
Also,
is just a
Shreev
normal
still
dude with
tiny?
some. Yeah.
Sick one.
Yeah, because the effect on the wand with that one is just you suffer the effects of it. It's not like you cast it. All right, that's pretty good. That's 21 points of
Holy
necrotic damage.
damn it. You watch as this forest gnome that is standing there very haughtily trying to reach for another bottle of acid in his jacket just like screams in pain as you watch as just like cuts open up on his arms and on his face. He is like, there is just blood pouring from him and he's just screaming in pain. And he's like, "I don't care about kindness, but this fucking hurts."
I've dealt with too many teenagers. You're all the same.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and you have just wrecked this dude. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
No. He just goes, "Ah!"
You have done
Just
enough
ran.
for now. Amazing. Next up, sorry, I'm just putting stuff for the Shadow Mastiffs in the chat. Just like something very simple, just in case it
Amazing.
switches again.
Because that is potentially could happen.
I mean, it's like it happens or something.
Oh, can I use my bonus action actually?
Absolutely, you can. I'm here
Okay.
to say yes. What would you like to
I'm
do?
going to I'm a war priest, so I'm going to use my channel divinity as a bonus action
Yeah.
to take an attack. I don't know if this counts. When I use the attack action, it's just a spell attack, but I guess I cast a spell, so I can't use it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No.
I take it back.
You take it back. Fantastic. Next up is Lefty. There is a Shadow Mastiff that has just bitten into your shin and it hurt a little bit.
It hurt, but not as much as my bow is going to hurt as soon as I back away. I'm going to use an action to disengage.
Fantastic.
And-
You do so.
30 feet away as I pull out my bow, and then I am going to where did you go? I can do the action surge. I'm going
Yeah.
to action surge.
Heyo.
I can shoot at this thing.
Please shoot the pup.
I'm gonna shoot the puppy because it bit me, and I have no time for dogs who are untrained.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Oh boy, howdy does that hit. Roll that damage.
Well, not only gonna roll that damage, I'm gonna use one of my banishing arrows. I need to
Whoa.
make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, dang.
DC 12.
Holy bananas. Okay, let me find the hit points for these babies.
Get 'em.
Banishing? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
1 sec.
I happen to be an arcane archer.
Oh, we love that.
Mhm, mhm.
Well played.
I never
Lauren.
got I
Well
never
played.
got that far with Lefty, so I didn't know.
Well, I think within a 5-minute space, we switched as many DMs, and that's wild to me.
Absolutely.
It has been a day. Yes.
So a charisma yeah, that's like a negative. It has a charisma of 2.
It
It's
is
very
the
low.
baddest of puppies.
It's
Minus
such a-
4, I think.
Such a bad dog. Yeah, so that is going to be a 8.
Perfect. So it's going to take 8 piercing damage,
Whoop.
and it is banished. While
Okay.
banished, the target speed is 0 and is incapacitated. At the end of its next turn, the target reappears in the space it vacated or the nearest unoccupied space, and it is going to take a bunch of force damage, which I will roll now to make life easy for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
How
yeah,
much-
Yeah, yeah,
How
'cause
much
I
was
will
the
not
initial
remember
damage?
that.
It was 8
Okay.
of the arrow damage, and then it'll be
Okay.
another 9 force damage, and it gone for a round. And then
Amazing.
I look over at the other one and I go, "You are next, you bad dog."
It like yelps a little bit. It's a little bit scared of you now. You just took its friend.
Yes.
Then-
Maybe if you're smart, you will run as well.
oh my gosh. So this dog is just like, it's still in melee, I think, with Darling at this point.
It is
Oh,
still
there
in
we go.
melee with Darling.
Yes.
As the one dog just kind of and just vanishes from sight.
I am Darling. now. I am Darling.
Yeah, I am Darling now. Let me unassign Shreev. And then let me look at the initiative order. So Kyndig just went.
No,
and so-
Lefty just went.
Lefty.
You're right. Lefty just went.
I'm Kyndig now though.
So it is now Darling's turn.
Cool. That's me. So Darling has a pup up in her biz. We are going to, yeah, fuck it. Why not? Let's see what this one does. Yeah, I'm gonna need that pup to make an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Real quick, how much total damage has Grievous taken?
Oh, 1 sec. I'm just about to press enter on that big message.
Oh,
I've
I
been
love
typing.
that. Thank you
Here we
very
go,
much.
Here we go.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, there you go. It's into you in the chat. Yeah, it's gonna have to make an intelligence saving throw for me, please. I'll send you the Shadow Mastiff stats that I was using as well. I changed the bite around a little bit just to make it easier because the other thing didn't make sense. I just Googled Shadow Mastiff and that's what I found. So that's what we're
Heck
using.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna need to make an intelligence saving throw for me, please. And it just goes, I don't like dogs. Darling just and just puts her hand out and intelligence.
Amazing. Amazing. Oh, that's we're just gonna do this.
13
Sorry,
is
I'm
the number to
just-
beat.
Yes, of course. That's a 3. And what skill am I using?
Intelligence.
Sick one. Sorry, folks. Give me 2 seconds. Don't show me this again. So many pop-up ads. We love that.
Oh, do you need another link for the D&D
No,
Beyond
it's-
campaign, Dave?
it's- Oh,
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
I don't mind in
Oh.
the slightest. Let me put it
so
here.
this is a
for you.
-3, so it gets a 0 to its save.
Cool. So you I just cast Phantasmal Force on it.
Hell yeah.
So its illusion takes root in the mind of the creature. It creates a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon that is no larger than a 10-foot cube. It is going to be a shadowy rolled up newspaper that is booping this dog aggressively on the nose, making it very sad.
If
Cool.
it doesn't flee now, nothing will
should.
make this. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to take some damage, correct?
Yeah, probably. Give me a sec here.
Fantastic.
It takes phantasm creative at each round on your turn. The phantasm it's there, and I think it'll deal 1d6. Yeah, it's 1d6 damage. So I will roll the damage for that. And then every round that the phantasm it's still up and it doesn't save, it is going to take more damage. So that's
Amazing.
5 damage. 5 psychic damage this turn.
5 psychic damage.
Also, holy bananas, we are 3 followers away from 2,000 followers. Thanks,
Oh my
everybody.
gosh.
Amazing.
Thanks, everybody. Also,
my
thank you, everybody, for
gosh.
hanging out with us tonight. This is a fucking
Wild.
blast.
It's been a wild one. It's been a wild
And then
one.
I as well as it, and it'll be the shadowy newspaper. I'm gonna have it so that almost like Darling is holding it in her hand, and she just and she like gurs down at the dog as well.
Its tail kind of tucks firmly between its leg. It does one of those like scared dog growls where it is scared of you, but it's like,
Still doing its job. I understand.
Amazing. Top of the order is Shreev.
Shreev's gonna go for his cousin.
Get away from me.
You're being a jerk. And Kyndig is in melee, so I get sneak attack.
You'll get sneak attack. I think because you are reduced, though, you reduce your damage by a D4 from
That's
memory.
so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what it is.
Did you roll a natural 20?
one.
A natural one.
Oh Oh no!
Shreev eats shit.
And we rotate.
And we rotate.
And
Holy
I am
bananas.
Shreev.
God.
Amazing.
I'm the DM now.
You're the DM now.
So Shreev, you go to stab your cousin, and he just goes, back off. And he almost hits your like your weapon out of your hand, and you kind of fly backward a little bit.
Why you gotta be evil? Really?
Look, I didn't choose this life, it chose me.
Yeah, that's, you know what? That's what they say when you're looking to make excuses for your behavior. And that's what our therapist said that you shouldn't be doing. And I also need to very quickly look at Shreev, because that was you Shreev had already taken an action, right?
Yeah. So you have your bonus action.
I have my bonus action, but that's a rogue, so there's got to be bonus action stuff. Bonus action, 2-weapon fighting. Yeah. I'm gonna bonus action. Oh, you should have listened to Mom. You know if I say that.
Don't
And
say her name. Don't you say my mom's name?
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that absolutely is.
All right.
You add sneak attack for this though, because
I do. So
He
when
gets so fired up and in your business, and you sneakily stab him.
I invoke the mother, which makes him and then I just up in. And so that's going to be 7 rapier damage and 6 sneak attack damage.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, oh, Shreev.
And we're in that weird stabby huggy embrace that like our awesome fights get into. And I whisper into his ear, she always loved me better than you.
Oh, she's just your aunt, dude. That's weird. And he's like coughing up blood. He's looking rough. He's looking very rough.
Oh my God,
And that's my
amazing.
turn.
All right. It is his turn. He's gonna grab some of the acid vials and try to shove it in your face.
Ooh, I mean, that's fair.
Because you're holding on to him. So that is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
He goes, oh, fuck you, Shreev. As he like jams the acid into you.
Oh, not the hair. Oh,
And you take only 5 points of acid damage. Yes, it does start to, it kind of singes part of your swoop.
Also, thank you, Ink and Liar, for the raid. Hello,
Hello.
Raiders.
Welcome to the
DM
chaos.
Roulette.
Hello.
See the rules on the left-hand side. That is
Yeah.
everything that's
So
happening.
It burns some of your fringe, and he's like, oh, and he kind of pushes back a little bit. You're still in melee, but he's like holding his wound.
dude, I just stabbed you, but you're going to go for the hair? Dirty.
Oh, please don't kill me. And he spits up some blood. Now it's the dog's turn. One of them is banished, so the other one is going to is it still trapped in the mind prison?
I think
Yes.
it's still under the effects of the spell,
It's
but
still under the effects of Phantasmal Force. Yes.
So what does that?
Phantasmal Force here is that
Let's bring it up. It's been a while
each
since
round on it would be on Darling's turn.
Okay,
The
cool.
Phantasm deals another d6 damage.
Okay, so it's like it's kind of panicked, and it is going to try to lunge out and bite you, and it's sort of like scared mode. So it's gonna
don't bite me, y'all. Y'all hate dogs.
It is 17 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely hits.
All right, so that's that is 6 points of piercing damage as it bites down on your leg. I need you to make a strength saving throw for me, please.
Yes, yes, indeed. 6 points. Sorry, I hadn't claimed, darling. Damage and then strength saving throw. That is a gentle cow's 10.
Okay, so that is not enough. So you get knocked prone as it like yanks you, and you get knocked prone on the ground.
Utterly ridiculous.
Can you
At the end of that of their
can your
turn,
dorky cousin
the other
get this
Mastiff
dog off me?
pops back and is like, "Roo, roo," and is kind of looking around. And Kyndig, you are up.
Kyndig is going to look around at the mess, putting her hands on her hips. She's going to say, I've had just about enough of this mess. And she's going to go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon. You see
Please tell me
directly
what
in
her
front of
spiritual
her a large cast iron skillet that suddenly appears as
Yes.
it floats over to the dog that just attacked Darling and is going to make an attack against it.
Yes.
Oh, love that.
Do it up.
Well, sorry, what was the spiritual weapon?
It was a giant cast iron skillet.
Yeah, cast iron skillet feels good.
That's perfect.
That's
Mhm.
good.
One of those ones that's been in the family for generations.
It's
That's
well
never had,
seasoned.
that's never had
Oh.
soap applied to it because you don't put soap. Like you just let those flavors bake into the cast iron. You just rinse it with
Exactly,
water.
exactly.
He
Well,
pulls it out and
little
for a
bits of
moment.
food still in it, but that's
Yeah.
okay. No problem.
Just adds to the flavor of the next meal.
She pulls it out, and for a moment, everyone's like, "Oh, it smells so
Oh,
good."
so good.
Yeah, the wafts of cornbread suddenly emanate throughout the entire area.
Oh.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
That does hit, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did my,
Very cool.
oh, my camera messed up, but it's
We can
Cameras.
still hear you, Tim, but you are for oh,
Well, that's
gone.
good.
Oh.
There we go. I'll fix it.
That is going to be a that is going to be a 10 points of damage.
How do you want to finish off this Mastiff?
The cast iron skillet
Yes.
raises above the head as the Shadow Mastiff looks up. And as it does, you just see the entire pan flatten the Shadow Mastiff as it poofs off into smoke
Cartoonish
underneath the
flat.
iron cast.
Thanks,
Nice.
Kyndig. Thank you very much. That was oh my.
Oh, no, I'm not done yet there, darling. And with my action, I'm going to go ahead and try and cast Hold Person on Grievous as I yell out, "That's enough out of you, young man." I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
All right.
Love that.
That would only be a 13 for Grievous.
Oh, 13
Mm.
just saves.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So he's like, "Oh, fuck you, old lady."
Language, young man.
And it is Lefty's turn.
Thank you,
the-
everyone, for getting us to 2,000 followers. That's amazing.
The Shadow Mastiff has returned, and it is in front of you, kind of like it also looks quite rough.
I am
its
Lefty.
Form is barely holding on. Yeah.
I'm Lefty right now. Okay, what can
Right.
Lefty do? Okay. I have some
Yeah.
spells. I have some spells. I have prestidigitation. That's the only spell I have. You. Okay. Yeah, I am. Oh, Seeking Arrow. What does that one do?
Seeking Arrow is pretty cool.
Yeah, it totally is. I've never played an Arcane Archer before.
Arcane Archers are fun.
Super fun. So one that the arrow that I the dog that I hit with the arrow prior is dead, correct?
I think it's just come back. Like it's.
Oh, it's just come back.
Yeah, it's barely hanging in there.
And it's okay, that's great. So I am going to, because Seeking Arrow, I wonder, and Tim, you can let me know if you'll let me do this. It flies towards that creature, moving around targets and avoiding 3/4 and even half cover. Will you just let me shoot this arrow because I'm right in melee with it? Can I just like, and it'll just kind of come around at this thing?
Yeah, sure. And you turn around and you're like,
Yeah. So you watch as
And
Lefty.
the bullet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Just kind of like over the shoulder, just kind of like, "Ba-ting," and he goes, "You're going to get it." And this arrow just kind of
to
sneaks
avoid
around
disadvantage
towards.
in melee.
Mhm.
So that is going to be no. Do I get advantage? Yeah, I have an advantage that I haven't used yet.
Nice.
That is going to be. Oh gosh, that's a bunch. That's going to be a. My longbow's going to. That's a 23 to
That
hit.
absolutely hits.
Okay, so it's 1d8
Damn.
plus 4. That is going to be 9 points of damage. And I needed to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, not with 9 points of damage. I think that it is done. Yes, it is toast.
Amazing. So the arrow comes around, and as the dog tries to move out of the way, the arrow just kind of hits it like it's almost like the arrow is magic as it leaves Lefty's bow, and it comes around, solidifies, and it just pins this dog to a tree next to it, just kind of, and then just Lefty goes at the bow, and before slinging it over his back, or because Grievous is dead, and both the dogs are dead now.
Grievous is almost dead.
Oh,
He's
Grievous
not
is
quite
almost dead.
yet.
Oh, then he
No,
doesn't
no,
sling
he's
his bow,
still
and he just
clinging to
turns
life.
it on Grievous.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. It is now Darling's turn.
Well done, everybody. You're doing great. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead.
The dog will also take 1d6 psychic damage if Phantasmal Force is up.
The dogs are dead.
Oh, those dogs are dead. That's right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
those dogs are dead.
Oh,
Well, I
poor
guess
dogs.
I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna walk over, pull my longsword out, and just push it into Grievous's chest. Oh, that's only an 8 to hit, and also.
Oh
Was
no!
that-
my
that's-
gosh.
Oh, boy.
Time, not a natural. That wasn't a natural roll. That was just the time rotation. So
Nice.
You come up and try to push your sword into this very annoying young man, and just something about it. Either you feel a little bad doing it, or you feel like maybe Shreev is the one who really has to confront his family all along.
Oh, you sweet thing. I Shreev, it's all you.
Anything else, or are you done?
With my bonus action, I would like to inspire Shreev.
What does that inspiration sound like?
I like lean down. I go, "You got it, honey," and I blow him a little kiss.
All
Yeah.
right. I got this, bro. You're such a buzzkill. It's no wonder Auntie loved me better.
you know,
I'm just gonna go ahead with the rapier and have at it.
Yes. Shreev.
Go for it.
Shreev.
Yeah, it is your turn, and you are the top of the initiative. Let's do this.
Oh, 15 to hit.
I'm frantically trying to look
that
up.
was
Shreev.
the AC. AC was
That was the
15.
AC? Okay,
That was
then
the
yes, you
AC.
hit.
Let's go.
Yeah, with sneak attack and
Let's
the whole 9
fucking
yards.
go.
Okay, so that is going to be
We've all
8.
had a Shreev moment at once in our life.
Mhm.
So that's 8 from the rapier and 4 for sneak attack. That is going to be that's going to be 15 points for the sneak attack damage.
Your family is already grievously wounded, holding in his side. You come up, and with the inspiration of the questing heroes behind you, how do you finish him off?
Oh.
Yes.
Ah.
Retribution.
As with my head tilted low, hair swinging down over my face, you see a little bit of the rain still trickling down his face. He's going to look up towards Grievous. Bro, honestly, I liked your taxidermy, but you're a total dick. And he is going to swing his rapier wide, cutting off the head of Grievous. As the rapier spins around with one final move, he's going to quickly, dexterously cut off just a little bit of the hair, just so he can finally see without being blocked by the bangs of retribution.
That's character growth. That's character
is-
growth.
Huge character growth.
And you managed to do this just as Grievous is opening up to say something really snide, something that you know is just going to be hurtful and snideful, but then that head goes in one direction and the bangs go in the other.
Kyndig goes over to young Shreev, who is also very short, and puts a friendly hand on his shoulder.
I'm Kyndig.
Oh, you're Kyndig. Am I not the cleric right now?
No,
Oh, I've got my order maxed out. I'm the fighter right now. Never mind.
you're Lefty.
Lefty does this. Lefty goes over and goes, "Tell me, child, is this the first thing you have killed?"
I mean, I've killed some squirrels and stuff when I was younger. I mean, there was a time when I took a magnifying glass against some ants, but like totally first time I killed somebody.
Yes, it is always good that your first kill is one of your kin. I pat him on the shoulder. It's dark.
I think
Totally
all
dark.
y'all really
Lefty, I
need to
dig
go
you.
talk to people about your no, that's Darling. I
I was
think
gonna say,
everybody
I'm Darling.
I think everybody just
Hey!
needs to go talk about their problems. I'm gonna reach into my shell and I'm gonna pull out some pamphlets from the inside of my shell for like healers and people like holy people in the city for them to go see, to sort out everything that's just going on here. You should work on that.
Darling would like
Shreev.
to go over to the body. If nobody else wants these, do you mind if I take them for myself? And he goes to take his giant boots off.
Kyndig goes, that's fine. And Kyndig's gonna take some of the acid.
Shreev is going to walk over, picking up the head by the hair, holding it up in the air, victorious, and scream out, "Let's get some tattoos!"
Yes. Yes.
And in this magical moment, in the movie that is this game, there is a star wipe, and you all you see a montage of the four of you successfully coming back to the petty old king of the kingdom of Fungoth. You see the head being tossed at his feet as the king then lays or tells one of his seneschals to lay a chest full of gold at your feet, as you were fairly successful in making sure that you were not paid in exposure. Then the four of you heading out into the city to go find a tattoo parlor. I need someone. You know what, Shreev? I need you to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Or an investigation. I'll let you do perception or investigation to find a tattoo parlor.
Okay. That is going to be a 22.
Perfect. You find a wonderful place that is super excited for the questing heroes to come into their shop and get tattoos. And I need each of you, as the credits roll on this adventure, and as we're seeing who the director was and who the first AD was and who all the actors were in between, we go to Kyndig. What's the tattoo that you got?
The tattoo is, somebody mentioned crochet earlier, so I have it in my mind that Kyndig's really into like knit crafts, and so it's a pair of knitting needles that are glowing. They're like divine knitting needles, and those are like in an X, and that is like on her upper arm or something like that. Divine knitting needles. Yeah,
I love it. And then the camera pans on over to Darling. What's the tattoo you're getting?
Darling would get Lefty's name tattooed right on her right butt cheek.
I was gonna say it better be on her butt. That's 100%.
I appreciate that it's on your right butt cheek.
A love story too. This is amazing.
And the camera goes up just a little bit to look past Darling to see Lefty. What tattoo are you getting?
Just fanning himself a little bit. He has to get 2 tattoos now, so he's getting Darling's name on his. It was what butt cheek was Darling's?
On her right butt cheek.
He's getting Darling on his left butt cheek.
Hot.
But he's also getting a as realistic as humanly possible recreation of his defeat of the evil the canned corn. But the corn is like personified and on the ground, like putting its hands up as Lefty is pointing down the wand and blasting it with a torrent of fire. That is. We also all of the players get advantage on tattoo check.
I feel like how good they're executed.
Yeah.
All right,
then,
I need everyone real quick to give me
did everyone get a tattoo? I think.
We're gonna get to Shreev in a second, but since we got those advantage, I need everybody to roll a performance check with advantage to see how good your tattoos are. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because it's your tattoo
good.
artist.
Not great. Only a 12.
All right. Darling, your tattoo is not so bad. Like, the problem is the fur. The fur is going to kind of get in the way. Kyndig, what'd you get?
An 18.
Crisp, clear. The colors are so nice.
It's
Lefty?
the turtle skin, It's just really nice right here.
Oh
Lefty got a 19.
With a 19, I mean, you had to get 2 tattoos. And so you had 2 different tattoo artists working on this at the same time at 2 different parts of your body. And
Amazing.
something about that trio, something about the tattoo artists working off of each other. It's gorgeous. It is some of the best tattoo work, and your kobold skin gleams with this color. And finally, last but certainly not least, Shreev, I need to know, what did you roll and what's your tattoo?
Shreev rolled an 18 for the tattoo.
Heck yeah.
Nice. So this is going to be gorgeous.
The tattoo he gets is a massive snake that runs across his back and down both of his arms, swirling around, that make its way up to the head, both snake heads on each end of the backside of his hands, and then across his knuckles, the words "life suck."
And the camera pans in close to your knuckles as you hold them triumphantly up into the air as you and your friends stand around you in this tattoo parlor, the snake curled around both of your arms. And as the camera pans into these words on your knuckles, it fades. And then in the movie, in this adventure, there's laughter, this husky laughter of a familiar voice as it fades out. And then the movie fades back in on a burnt farmhouse in a southern area of Fungoth as it pans inside through a broken window and down into a cellar just destroyed with burnt cream corn. As you hear this fools, and it pans on in close to this very familiar old man in a brown coat and a straw hat who is digging into the ground to pull out a fresh can of cream corn as he goes, fools, they'll never know it was me all along.
Post-credit scene.
Where did my can opener go? And it fades to black.
Oh, amazing. I'm just gonna-
The MCU strikes again.
Amazing.
Holy bananas.
Wild.
Thank you all.
Brilliant.
Holy shit.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for dropping those crazy bits and dropping two Wand of Wonders in a
Back
row.
to
And then
back.
there
That
was
was wild.
4 changes in as many minutes. Like, holy mackerel. That was a buck wild session,
everything.
y'all.
That was
Did y'all
ridiculous and amazing.
Did y'all lose track of who you were? Like
Yes.
at least
Yeah,
3
at least
times?
twice.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
please,
actively
just me.
tried to play
Fantastic.
M's character.
please, always. I
I'm
just
this
want to
person
say
now.
a huge thank you to our amazing community for coming to hang out, and everyone coming over from
Yeah.
Careful Cantrip, and everyone who's come join us for the first time tonight. Thank you so much for all the new follows and the bits and the subs. You guys are
2,000
amazing.
followers. It's so
Holy shoot.
exciting.
Also, I want to say the hugest thank you to our 2 amazing guests,
Amazing
Lauren
guests.
and Dave.
Yes.
This is it. You've won D&D now. You did DM
you
roulette. You've
won.
won D&D.
Dave, we won.
Okay,
High five.
that's
High five.
it. Careful Cantrip officially over. This is
That's
the
it, we're
last
done. You don't
time
ever have to play
we're-
D&D
we're
ever
canceling
again.
the channel right
Sorry,
Wow.
now.
folks. Sorry, fans of Careful
Ooh, sorry, guys.
Careful Cantrip.
Whoopsie.
If you're out there, just keep watching Blackwater. It's
Thank
fine.
you.
Just go ahead. Community is merged.
Please
my
tell
word.
everyone where they can find you and what any cool things that you're doing lately. Lauren, why don't you go ahead?
Oh, okay. Hi. I've forgotten who I am. I've played so many people that I've just lost track.
Yeah,
I
it
will have to
happens.
do this in this epic voice because I really like doing this voice, even though I'm pretty sure I've done it wrong the entire time. My name is Lauren Urban. You can find me on the social medias as Obo Lauren, and that is where you can find all of the things that I'm doing. I'm the content coordinator for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, which has very many epic kobolds, and you should come and play our game. You should come and see me on Twitch doing things, usually
many
not
things.
as an arcane archer, but follow me on socials as Obo Lauren. Thank you.
Now, Lauren, how do these dumb characters become characters in Idle Champions?
That's the next step,
I think
truly.
like these really
Yes.
dumb characters.
They're
Lefty needs
perfect.
a spot. Lefty needs his place.
I need to see Shreev just being like
Yeah.
a
Listen,
real weirdo.
I am not in charge of that, but if I was, they would be showing up in this game right away.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Lauren. And Dave, tell us who you are and what you do.
Well, y'all, if we're going to be doing voices for the end of everything, I'd like to just say you probably don't recognize me. I usually go by my alias Amarath. You might find me in some of my hot tub streams, but otherwise you can find me playing some D&D over at Careful Cantrip. I am the ever-loving universe. Tomorrow we're having our amazing game of Fungeon Feud, a little mix of Family Feud with D&D. Should
I
be a
love
good
it.
time, y'all.
Amazing.
Hope to see y'all there. Love you.
Yo, we landed Amaranth. That's crazy.
Wow, that's a big gift.
Oh, that's a big
Yeah,
Listen,
only
gift.
I
doing
don't
ASMR
usually,
though.
I don't
She's
usually
only
let the
doing-
secret out, but it was a special night tonight.
She can come if she brings the. She
Oh,
can come over
my
if she brings
word.
the ear microphone, and that's
No,
how she
no,
does
no,
it.
no, I can't handle that. I would.
Oh, you want me to
really be
get that?
unable.
Wait, I'll go get. No,
Oh.
Well, okay, we're ending maybe
It's
next time.
So
Afterwards.
it's
So
like
much.
Imagine,
I love
imagine
it.
if you were in a dungeon and you had to complete a puzzle and that all you could hear was that. Just like noises.
I know there's people who
ASMR
love
sounds.
ASMR, but for me, it gives me the wrong kind of like spine chills.
It's
Where
the
I'm just
wrong
like,
type of tingles.
tingles.
You for all of you out there, thank you so much. We are Blackwater D&D. We will be back on Saturday for episode 81 of our main campaign. Come follow us on all the socials. Come hang out in our Discord. We love you all very much, and have a wonderful night, everyone. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.